Hey everybody, welcome to Late Horror Show. Welcome to Thursday night game night, and we are going to do the Battle of the Monsters. I might sound a little bit different because yes, it's that time of season again. So hopefully I won't be coughing up a storm. But I'm here, and we are going to have some fun. We are going to do some battles against some of the old monsters. Let's do the intro, and we'll go.
Is it just me? Or is it getting crazier out there?
Oh, it's crazy out there. No. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Late Horror Show. I'm Dino, as always, and it's Thursday night game night, and it's the Battle of the Monsters. For the most part, it's Universal Monsters, okay? So, yeah, it's going to be mainly them. There's going to be a battle between King Kong and Godzilla, and, we're going to take this one at a time, and I expect you guys to chime in with what you guys think. Give me your guys' reasoning in the chat and all that. I want you guys to be really interactive and play a role into this too. I am going to read out the powers and the weaknesses of each character, and then I'm gonna put a poll up, and we're gonna come up with a decision as a group which one should win, and then I'll chime in, I guess, a little bit here and tell you what I think. But yeah, it should be fun. It should be really, really fun. So with that said, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Check out the description for all the other links. If you want to join the channel or Patreon, it's linked and pinned above you in the chat, which I'm going to have to take down in a second because we're going to be doing a poll tonight, and I don't want people getting confused. With that said, please do movie night tomorrow night for all Patreon members and channel members. We're going to watch the Omega Man. I haven't seen that in a while, so that's going to be a nice watch for me too. Good old Chuck Heston, right? But yeah, that was a movie that kind of scared me a little bit when I was a kid too. The eyes of the yeah. Anyways, okay. So let me say hi to everybody. Carl, what's going on? Duck Frankenstein wins all. Okay, Duck Dodgers. Hello, Edward Stewart, Connie Clary, Carl. Paul Ham is here. Nalita, good to see you here. Horror Junkie for Life is here. WTF Horror and Sci-Fi. Let's see who else is here. I know Laura's here. Southern Coke drinker. Let me go up a little bit. I think that's it. CM has just made it. Been ages since I've seen the movie. War of the Gargantuas is a great one with Frankenstein in it, sorta, kinda. Little Boozy Bert, evening to you. Thank you for becoming a member not that long ago. Again, make sure you look for posts because we're at the movie night tomorrow. We're going to watch Omega Man, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So there you go. Sweet Indigo, what's going on? How are you doing? I'm battling through things, is what I'm doing. But listen, we're gonna also do the same exact thing on Saturday night game night, except it's going to be of the sci-fi characters, monsters such as, let's see, let me bring it up here. We will be doing monsters on Saturday, such as from Alien, the Xenomorph, Predator, The Thing, Terminator, Hail 9000 from 2001: A Space Odyssey, the Tripods from the War of the Worlds, Godzilla, the sci-fi version of Godzilla, Sentinels from the Matrix, Gort from The Day the Earth Stood Still, and the Borg, Star Trek. So those are some of the characters we'll be battling against. And again, I'm going to tell you the strengths and the weaknesses. Tonight, the monsters I have lined up for you guys tonight, okay, we have Dracula, the Mummy, Frankenstein's monster, of course, Bride of Frankenstein, Werewolf, the Creature from the Black Lagoon, the Invisible Man. I do got King Kong and Godzilla in there. I also got the Witch. In general, a witch's power. You know, so many old classic horror films has the witch in there. So I thought I'd throw that in there. We'll see where we line that up in there, but and the Phantom of the Opera. So we will go and we will see who I think ultimately is the winner at the end. But again, I want you guys to chime in, tell me what you think, and I think I missed Ryan79 too. Hey, Ryan79. The glove cleaner, what is going on? Open the pod bay doors. Hal. Yes, yes, yes. James Jameson, what's going on? Good to see you. So, yeah, again, chime in on why you think, like if you pick one of the monsters or whatever, like you guys debate in the chat. I want you guys, I'll pop it up on the screen. I want to see you guys kind of be involved here. So I don't want it to be all about me and what I think and all that. I've done this before over and over again. So you know, it is fun. But let's start this thing with the first battle, okay? And I think we'll go with an easy one, you know. Well, the main characters. We will start off with, and I'm going to write this down because we want to see who ultimately wins. Dracula versus how about Dracula versus the Bride of Frankenstein? Okay, so that's what we're going to go with first. Dracula versus Bride of Frankenstein. Okay, so before, let me get the poll ready here too. So we're ready for that. Start the poll. Is it going to be Dracula? Or is it going to be Bride of Frankenstein? Bride of... I hear something beeping. Sounds like a car outside. Sorry, people. You got to deal with my life. I think that's a car outside. Okay. Yeah, what else could that be? It's a car outside. I can't get up and leave you guys here going. Yeah, this thing is going to be... Oh, I never played this. This is going to be fun. Hey, Stephanie Press, what's going on? Carl, Bride, let's screen. Okay, let me go ahead and tell you guys the strengths and weaknesses of both. We'll do it real quick. I think we mostly know, but yeah, see? Okay, it's gone. Thank you. Oh, thank you for stopping. Okay, Dracula, strengths. The strengths of Dracula are hypnosis, super strength, immortality. His weaknesses are going to be sunlight, garlic, holy items, and steaks. Okay, so when we go over to the Bride of Frankenstein, we have her strengths are intelligence and electrokinetic abilities. There you go. Her weaknesses are emotional instability and fire. Fire. And let me just give you a scenario, and then I will let you guys, I will see what you guys are putting in the chat. I will give you a scenario, and then we'll put the poll up and see who wins. Okay, for Dracula versus the Bride of Frankenstein. Dracula's hypnosis clashes with the bride's intellect, but her electrokinetic abilities could keep Dracula at bay. However, Dracula's immortality and strength might eventually overwhelm her unless she uses fire to her advantage. So if you guys have a way that you think one or the other could defeat, put it in the chat. But I will put the poll up in a second. Let me see what you guys are saying here. WTF horror and sci-fi, Dracula would win, in my opinion, since he's far more nimble, practiced at being deceptive and devious, and has a lot of experience dealing with troublesome females. Bride, troublesome females. Bride has a scream and B-52 hair. So, okay. Hello, Headless Sense. I'm going to put the poll up in a second. I just want to read a couple of these. Dracula wouldn't go after her. He'd have to deal with her Frankenstein monster also. says duck. They finally caught up with you, Dino. Yeah, right. I was wondering what the heck is the noise. It was a weird noise. Christopher Lee for 500, please. Bride of Frankenstein, Dracula, hands out. Well, you guys are going to vote in a second, okay? Let me actually go over there and take down unpin the other thing. Okay. The weirdest thing, I'm just going to say this real quick yesterday. The weirdest thing happened. I was driving up the street and I looked up into the sky and I saw a bunch of white glowing orbs all in a line. There had to have been 20 of them that I saw, and they were gliding up, straight up, not down. I thought that those aren't meteors. What is that? What is that? And it took my son to go, "Oh yeah, that's Elon Musk and his Starlink satellites. If you're in the right spot at the right time, you look up in the sky, you're going to see a trail of 20 straight lines going in different directions, whether you're right overhead or not." I was freaked out. I'm like, let me pull over to the side and videotape this. But it goes to show you something that you would look up there and go, I thought I was looking at 20 UFOs flying straight over, man, because they were going up and over. And I'm like, and then my son said, no, and then I went and looked for video of it. Starlink satellites, glowing lights, UFOs. It's exactly what it is. I was so tripped out. Okay, anyways, that was my blurb. Hey, Poetic Justice, what is going on? Good to see you. A little boozy Bert. Let's see, what else do we got here? And then I'll throw up the poll. I never really got to see what Bride of Frankenstein could do. She only got like 10 minutes screen time. Okay, yeah. Well, if you count Frankie as a henchman, well, no, we're not counting Frankenstein as a henchman. This is just Bride of Frankenstein straight up against Dracula. Okay. Hello, Harry Scott. Good to see you. Dracula would prey on her emotional vulnerability, then strike like a cobra. Good point, James. Yeah, because she is, again, one of her weaknesses are emotionally instability. Fire and isolation. Her strengths are electrokinetic abilities and intelligence. She's very, very smart. She got the good brain out of the two, Bride and okay, so enough of that. Let me put up the poll. You guys can start voting, and you can continue to put up, and we're going to battle them together till we dwindle down to the nitty-gritty. So we'll do that. So start voting, and let's have some fun with this. Bride, let's see, a little boozy Bert. Bride of Frankenstein could send an electromagnetic stake through Drax's heart. See, there you go. Boozy Bert. That's exactly the point. She can do that. So if the circumstances were right, Bride of Frankenstein wins right there. So yeah, definitely good. Starlink. Yeah, there are a bunch of satellites through Elon Musk, his ex company, the Starlink company, satellites for internet and all that. But it's nutty. Anyways, let's keep going. Dracula is also intelligent. Yes, Nalita. Let's see. Isn't the Frankenstein? We're not talking about Frankenstein right now. We will get to Frankenstein. Yep, I knew it. Everyone I knew. I see Starlink. I haven't. I knew Star. Okay, I saw those about 2 weeks ago. Was very pretty cool. Ryan 79. Yeah, tripped me out, man. Tripped me out. I thought I saw some UFOs, 20 of them in a line. Hey, it's Dave Plouffe. What is going on? Good to see you. Horror and sci-fi. Well, sci-fi will be Saturday night, but let me see what the poll is saying right now. 23 votes. Come on, you guys. So far, we've got Dracula in the lead, 62% to 38%. Bride of Frankenstein, 25 votes. But yeah, I think, again, if there is something that is on the side of Bride of Frankenstein, little boozy Bert right there said Bride of Frankenstein could send an electromagnetic stake through Drax's heart if he wasn't looking. So if they were both being very, the intelligence was, very high during their battle scene. And Bride of Frankenstein could, break the stake up and electromagnetically shoot it through towards she, she could win. I mean, it depends what scenario you use. I'm going with Little Boozy Bird here for right now. Little Boozy Bird. I think that's such a good name too. But good to see you, Dave Plouffe. Oh, and Sunday night, of course, me and Dave Plouffe will be talking about Scooby Doo and are the titles we are giving you real or fake? Between the both of us, it should be fun. Let's see. Paul Ham. Listen, I'll get to the poll, but Dracula can turn into mist, etc., easily evading electrical attack. But if caught off guard, Paul Ham, again, anybody, any creature, anything could be caught off guard, right? I mean, technically, but good point. Good point. Oh no, are we now the Late Late Horror Show and Sci-Fi Show copy? No. Thomas Whipple. What is going on, Thomas Whipple? Dracula has to spend daytime in his coffin, so Bride could easily drive a stake through his heart. Another good point. Very well said, Thomas Whipple. Let me see what the poll is going at. 30 votes. It looks like it's going to go the way of Dracula. Dracula versus Bride of Frankenstein. I think overall, if there was battle after battle after battle, 10 out of 10 battles, I think Dracula would probably win most of the time. But there are those times where if you catch Drac in the daytime, like he said, but I think these battles have nothing to do with that. It's if they're face to face battling and fighting that we're talking about here. So, he can't be in his coffin. He can't. 32 votes, 59, 41. Bride saying, okay, so things are moving a little bit. The big fights are always at night. If I blink fast, the titles are fake. Yeah, exactly. Just make sure I didn't miss anything, and then I will stop and we will move on. If I'm really thinking about it, says Ryan79, let's see what you got to say. I think the Bride of Frankenstein could whip up on the original Dracula. She has my vote. Okay. There you go. What's this, Laura says? They see each other across the room and into a ditch in Frankenstein and running off together. Oh, boy. Yes, Dracula could flutter up in bat mode. Most certainly could. Stephanie Press. Oh, my God, I love Scooby-Doo. Zoink, Scoob. We're going to play a game. Yeah, it's me and Dave, and it's going to be me and Dave. So we can joke back and forth about certain things, dealing with Scooby-Doo and all that. Talk some Casey Kasem and all that good stuff. Okay, you guys, listen, I'm going to stop the poll and we will move on to the next battle. So it looks like, without a doubt, 34 votes. Dracula wins this one. Dracula wins this fight, and Bride of Frankenstein does not win. If Dracula misted, the electricity can catch off guard. Yeah, because electricity will go through moisture in the air. So technically, if he missed it, she may have a chance at getting to him also. So there you go. 34 votes. 61% went to Dracula. 38% to Bride of Frankenstein. Again, she's very intelligent, but people underestimated her, except for Little Boozy Bert. There you go. Kathy, what is going on? Evening to you. Hello, hello, hello. So Dracula's the first winner. Like, no surprise. No surprise. I knew that would happen. I can't beat his age with beauty. Dracula by knockout, says James Jameson. Okay, yeah, I'm not going to go back. We're going to move on. We're going to move on. So next one we should do. Next one we should do. How about the Mummy? Let's do the Mummy versus the Phantom of the Opera. The Mummy versus the Phantom. That's right. Of the Opera. Who is going to win out of these two? Let me give you a scenario. Okay. The mummy's supernatural curses and strength against the phantom's intellect and disguise. The phantom's cunning could evade the mummy for a time, but ultimately the mummy's powers would likely ensnare the phantom. What do you guys think? The Mummy versus the Phantom of the Opera. Again, the Mummy, his strengths are curses. That's a big one. Curses, regeneration, sand control. They're in the desert by any chance. I don't, weaknesses are fire, magical spells, decaying. Okay. The Phantom of the Opera, strengths, genius, intellect, master of disguise, physical deformity is his weakness, susceptible to trickery. So, what do you guys think? Okay, let me get the poll ready here. Start a poll. We got the Phantom of the Opera. The Phantom of the Opera and the Mummy. So, again, I'm not going to put the poll up yet. We're going to discuss this just a little bit. I've never seen Phantom of the Opera. Oh no, well, sorry you. Mummy is just dust in the wind, says Duck Dodgers. The Phantom, the Mummy. Okay, make sure you vote when I put the poll up. The Mummy doesn't move well, heavy feet. I'm voting for the Mummy because I had a crush on Arnold Vosloo back in the day, says Horror Junkie. Let's see, Mummy. Well, let's see. Okay. Just give me a match and the Mummy is up in smoke, Thomas Whipple says. You know, if somehow Phantom could hold himself up in his lair, because listen, the Phantom of the Opera is just he's underneath, and he's got booby traps. He's the Mummy kind of has to come to him if you're thinking about it, if we're going by the films and all that, So if he's there waiting for the Mummy, you know, could light him up, but then the Mummy has curses. He can put a curse on the Phantom of the Opera, no matter how smart and genius he is. There's that curse out there at all times. It's tough. I don't know. It's a tough one. Let me see what you guys got to say. He would wrap him up, Laura. Yeah, definitely the Phantom, says Edward. I would say the Mummy. The Mummy is not human. The Phantom is. The Mummy, hands down, this dude got powers. Stephanie Press. Yeah, Yeah, the Mummy is supernatural. The Phantom is not. Good point, you guys. That's why I'm doing this way. Mummy is not here. WTF? Mummy is not a real threat unless he catches you off guard. He can't get past most obstacles, and by the time he does, you've got warning. Phantom has all day and all night to hung himself. To hung him. He's unemployed. What the heck, WTF? Dave C, what is going on? Good to see you. Let's see. Dave Plouffe says he survived for thousands of years. He will survive the Phantom. Oh, that is scary. Phantom definition, a ghost. Dave, what is wrong with you tonight? What's going on? Let's see. Anybody else? And then I will put the poll up. Duck Dodgers says burn him, turn him into glass, then break the Mummy. Let's see. James Jameson. The Mummy, by stoppage in the late rounds, dragged the Phantom into the deep waters. Well, if it's a long, drawn-out battle, I think the Mummy's got the Phantom no matter what. I mean, again, you've got, the Mummy's got curses, regeneration, sand control, to the Phantom being a real person. Even though he's genius, And Master of Disguise, he could fool the mummy somehow in a corner and go, "Arr," maybe he can make himself into a Miss Mummy. I don't know. But he's susceptible to trickery too. So, but the mummy, how smart is the mummy? Anyways, I'm going to leave it up to you now, you guys. Let's see. One last thing, and then I will put the poll up. WTF. Supernatural powers, if he used them right, could come out with the mummy on top by just constantly harassing the Phantom until the Phantom just wore out. Yeah. No. Feast your eyes on his ugliness. Okay, so I'm going to put it up. Listen, my thing is the Okay, I'm not going to say nothing. Let's see. Start the poll. Here we go. And the poll is up. Is it the Phantom of the Opera or is it the Mummy? Which one will win? Which one will win? And again, never pick your favorite character. Go by what the powers are, what the scenarios are, what you think, who you think could win, and we'll take it from there. You know what I mean? So, again, my thought process is, the Mummy's curses, that's a big strength against the Phantom. Even though the Phantom is a genius and the disguise, but the Phantom's cunning could evade the Mummy. But the Mummy's powers are just too powerful. And I think he would ensnare the Phantom. But I don't know. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. Let me see. Let's go back. Let's see what's going on. 23 votes. 70% says the Mummy. 30% says the Phantom of the Opera. So we've got a pretty big lead for the Mummy. 70% the Mummy, 23 votes. Come on, you guys, more votes than that. 40 people in the chat, 23 votes. Hopefully you guys get a vote in here. Broken Prophet, what's going on? So just comes in and says Bela Lugosi. That was Dracula versus Bride of Frankenstein, the first battle. And Dracula did win that battle. Bela Lugosi, he pulls the strings, no? I love the Phantom, but I think he would lose. Yes, Nalita. I think I have to agree with you. Man of 1,000 Faces. Yeah, yepper. Lon Chaney. Not his son, Lon Chaney Jr., who carried along his makeup kit. And no, I'm not saying it. Poor Lon Chaney Jr. Elsa Lugosi. Looks like the Mummy is the winner. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, we can. 30 votes. 30 votes. I think we can end it. 67% for the Mummy. Yeah, I'll end it at 30 votes. It's just way too big of a lead. So in this one, the Mummy wins hands down against the Phantom of the Opera. 66% to 33. But you know what? I kind of agree. People look at the Mummy as being the slow widow walk. Again, it depends what Mummy you're going with. I guess this is all encompassing. I do like the classic monsters, but even with the classic monster, it's still the same powers. The power of the curse generate. So it's kind of all the same. Ted versus King Kong Go. What the heck? Aku Ginokos. What's going on? Return to the slab. Get back in my lab. I have to say this time that I am questioning the scientific authenticity of these polls. The glove cleaner. Well, wait a second. The glove cleaner. Fair enough, though. The Phantom would just play an opera by Maurer and it would be over. No, listen, I think overall it would be the Mummy, supernatural powers. But listen, there's case by case scenarios. There is a way that the Phantom could ultimately win. But I think again, 10 battles out of 10 battles, I think the Mummy's going to come out on top more times. Sounds pretty sweet. What is going on? Prayers for Larry. Did I miss something? Prayers for Larry. I don't see everything in the chat because I'm trying to keep up here. I'm not sure what that means. Prayers for your friend Dave. Dave? A better battle would be Cheney versus Karloff. Did Dave say something? You guys got me confused. I don't see nothing. Okay. Prayers to Larry. I don't see it, but anyways, okay. So there you go. Let's move on. Mummy and Dracula have won so far. Let's see what battle we're going to put together next. Oh boy. How about this one? Oh no, I can't do that. How about we do Frankenstein versus the Wolfman. Okay. Frankenstein versus the Wolfman. Who will win? Again, I mean, the Frankenstein monster, the strengths are superhuman strength, high pain tolerance. I don't know what that's got to do with anything, but high pain tolerance. But his weaknesses: fire, isolation, emotional instability. So if you could trick Frankenstein into get him at his core and just tell him a sob story, the Wolfman could tear him to bits. But anyways, the Wolfman, enhanced senses, super strength, agility are his strengths. Silver is his weakness, lack of control during the full moon. So he goes a bit crazy. So those are the powers. I would say, as in the movie, I would say it's almost a draw, but I'm going to leave that to you all. If I had to say who would win, I would. Oh my God, Frankenstein monster, is he much stronger than the Wolfman? I think he is stronger, but the Wolfman is stronger too. But with his enhanced senses, I think. Let's see what you guys got to say. Let me put in the poll here, and then I will read what you guys are saying. So it's going to be Frankenstein or the Wolfman. The Wolfman. So that is going to be the poll. Now let me see what you guys are saying. Paul Ham says the Wolfman, and we almost, what Paul Ham says pretty much goes. No, listen, that's the leaning I'm going, but let me see what you guys think. I mean, it's almost, you can almost think of the battles as a 50-50 in some sense of the battles. But yeah, let's see. Frankie does have a silver bullet. Yeah, listen, if he has this, but is he smart enough to carry around anything silver? Frankenstein. I mean, he's pretty dim-witted, but oh, Wolfman for sure. Wolfman for sure. Okay, so I think this is going to be another blowout. Let's see, Horror Junkie. Kolchak is also his weakness. Dave Plouffe. Does the Wolfman look like Benicio del Toro? Then I'm voting for him. Oh, Horror Junkie. No, think of the old Lon Chaney Jr. Wolfman. Oh, come on, you silly lady, you. Wolfman's got nards. Monster Squad all the way. Stephanie Press says it's a tie. And yes, Kolchak, that's the glove cleaner. Let's see what the glove cleaner has to say. Yeah. Frankenstein monster has a heart of gold, so he may be vulnerable. Yes, yes. But the Wolfman technically can't speak unless he's not in werewolf form. Then he could sit with Frankie and, well, see, no, we're talking about when he turns into the werewolf, so the Wolfman. And then he can't really speak, so he can't talk to Frankie but that's I made that up. I sit there and tell him a sob story and then bring out your silver blade and I could get him. I think I have a bigger chance of killing Frankenstein in a battle than the werewolf, I think. No, anyways. There is only a full moon once a month, Faith Russert. Okay, that has nothing to do with good to see you, but has nothing to do with the battle. These are battles between one monster and the other. And of course, that battle isn't going to take place if there isn't a full moon and he's not the Wolfman. So there you go. Little Boozy Bert. Dang, I'm losing. I'm so wrong. I just chose Frankenstein, but I'm not sure why these are. No, you go with your gut and who you think should win. I mean, I think this is going to be a blowout, is the way it's looking. But here, let me put the poll up. Here is the poll. Start voting on who you think will win as I keep going through this. Nalita says, I believe the Wolfman. He could trick Frankenstein, get close, and just rip his head off. Lord, that sounds graphic. It sure does, Nalita. No, well, I mean, it's a horror channel. Wolfman is the subconscious ferality in humans, but Frankenstein is the version of human that got kicked down and had enough. Okay, it's a close draw, but the Wolfman has the edge with agility and fierceness. I do agree, Paul Ham. I have to go with the Wolfman, says Kathy, only because I enjoy hearing Dino's Ohio accent when he says the word. Thank you, Kathy. The Wolfman. The Wolfman is in the code. He's outside in the code. Oh, Kathy, you're so funny. Let's see. Wolfman bite Frankenstein. Now we have a Wolfenstein, some person. You silly. So yeah, please vote. Get your votes in. Let's see. Is it a blowout? Oh my God. 25 votes. 76% the Wolfman, 24% Frankenstein. And yeah, I think we need to well, no, we got plenty of time here. 25 votes. Okay, let me just see a couple more. Okay, so WTF says the throwdown would favor the furry howler, in my opinion. Frankie's a big lug and a target for a massive damage, but the werewolf is if capable of dealing it out like crazy. So Frankie might not be able to keep up. Yes. Rough man, LOL. Missy D, what's going on? The creature from the Black Lagoon would F them both up. Listen, we'll get to that. It's one at a time, but I don't know. Let's see. Faith Russert, good to see you. Okay, I think we can do this. I think this is a blowout. I was hoping someone would get it after Return the Slab went over like a dead casket. I didn't. I think I missed what you said, but I can't go back. Let's see. Nalita says, Frankenstein doesn't want to be bad. The Wolfman doesn't care when he changes. Nope. The Wolfman is a honey badger of Universal Monsters. Yeah, somewhat. Yeah, I kind of agree with that, WTF. What's this? Fix the steak, got him to sit and beg, get him to fetch the ball. These are classic Universal Monsters, right? Yeah, that's what we're talking about right now. If it changes, I will let you know. Not some CGI Disney switched reboot. Little Boozy Bert. Have you seen the channel before? No. I don't go for the CGI Disney reboot stuff. No. It's a catastrophe. So Anyways, we can end this. It's a blowout. 29 votes. I would expect more, but it's okay. The Wolfman at 79% beat Frankenstein. Oh, 20%. So, the Wolfman wins and Frankenstein is done. Frankenstein is done. So, yeah, the Wolfman wins. Let's see. Creech needs water. If they battled in the desert, Creech would lose to the mummy. Now, let's see. What are we going to do next? Let's see. Who do I got lined up next? Okay. Let's do the creature from the Black Lagoon. So creature, since you guys are talking about it, creature from the Black Lagoon. Verse. Let's see. Creature from the Black Lagoon versus the Invisible Man. How about that? Versus the Invisible Man. The Invisible Man. Okay, this. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to put the poll. Then we're going to talk about the strengths, weaknesses, and you guys start giving me what you guys think. Is it the creature from the Black Lagoon? Or would the Invisible Man win? I know it seems a little weird, but here, let's get the strengths. So, creature from the Black Lagoon. Let's start there. Amphibious, which means water, anywhere water is. You know what I mean. So, super strength, stealth underwater. So, I think you got the creature underwater. But let's see. His weaknesses are environmental sensitivity, limited agility on land. So, were you guys, who said that again? The creature from the Black Lagoon would beat them all, Frankie and I don't know about that. I really don't know. I think there'd be a pretty good battle between all three of them. If they're in the water, I think that's a different, battle. But Invisible Man, this is where you guys got to think really hard. Okay. The Invisible Man has invisibility and a very high intellect. So very, very smart and invisible. Did I say that? He is invisible, allowing him to do whatever he wants. Anyways, although his weakness is madness, visibility in rain, or if painted, like if thrown on, if you throw dust on him, if powder, if he's on a dirty, whatever, if fog, you're going to see kind of some movement. So there got to be the right environmental, conditions for that invisibility, right? And again, the weakness being of madness. But I think for the Invisible Man, I think the one thing going for him is the invisibility. Okay, the creature from the Black Lagoon is its strength and agility in water, in that how hard it is to basically through the gills and the skin, the very hardened skin, to kill him. So this is going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tough one. Let me see what you guys are saying here. Let me see. Just okay. You guys are still talking about the werewolf. True about the desert. Oh, you guys still going? Is there going to be a final four to this? There certainly will be. Well, I'm dwindling them down. So far, it's Dracula, Mummy, the Wolfman, and whoever wins this one. Okay? And then we got a fun one for later. King Kong, Godzilla will be the very end. Creature will get the mummy wet wing. Well, we're not talking about that. We're talking about the creature from the Black Lagoon versus the Invisible Man. And I just went over all of the strengths and weaknesses. Little Boozy Bert, thank you so very much for the $5 super chat. I've been back and forth a bit. I haven't seen all the nice older classics, but I love the nighttime radio show. Keep up the good work. Love this channel. Thank you, Little Boozy Bert, and thank you for enjoying the overnight. We've got a Western night tonight. By some means, me in particular, Wild Bill Hickok, I enjoy that show as a Western way more than than Gunsmoke. Don't ask me why. I think it's the character, the little bit more faster pace. I know people love Gunsmoke because of the TV series and how much the franchise of Gunsmoke, what it became. But Wild Bill Hickok, I think, is a superior old time radio Western than Gunsmoke. That's my opinion. I'm sticking to it, but I know it's Western tonight. Every now and then I've got to put up something different, you guys. And it is Western tonight. So let me get back. Thank you, Little Boozy Bird, for the super chat. Really do appreciate that. Let's see. Oh, snap, The Invisible Man. That's a tough one. Yeah, see, I got to throw in a tough one, right? Creature will get them. No, we're there. That's Kathy is going with the Creature because he can do water and land, while the Invisible Man is just bananas. LOL. Yeah, but if he got him before he went crazy, like when he just got that invisibility and his faculties were all there and he was smart, and he could lure the Creature out of the water and trap him and then just bombard him with whatever, flame, so it is a tough one in my eyes. It's a tough one but if it's the later stages of the Invisible Man going a little bit cuckoo, like you said, Kathy, bananas, then he could get caught off guard, being insane on land, even if the Creature was coming out onto land, grabbing him and dragging him into the water. So it's a tough one. The Invisible Man. It's definitely the Invisible Man. Invisible Man, Creature would never see him. Abbott and Costello versus the winner. I love that. Yes. He's invisible, so it's got to be invisible. Yeah, again, Kathy had a little different point of view. In the water, invisible feature would be nullified. He'd look like a cavity. Yeah, because see, it's tough. Even in the water, I would think being invisible, he can still, if he was smart, he could kind of lure him. I'm thinking luring him out of the water. But anyways, maybe if the Invisible Man was in water, probably in the Invisible Man. Let's see what Paul Hamm has to say. That a Creature knowing it. Yep. Paul Hamm says the Creature, he could have different senses that would enable him to see, sense the Invisible Man, and the strength to tear him apart. Yeah, I'm trying to think in the movie what senses he has. The nose, the sense of smell, I would think would be there, but they never say that. With the Creature from the Black Lagoon, super strength, stealth underwater, amphibious. But I get what you're saying, Paul. Here, let me throw up the poll. Let me start the poll. Start voting on who you think would win. But Paul Hamm, good point. I still think if I was invisible and I wasn't going crazy totally at the time, I think I would have one up on him. You know what I mean? Heck, bring a bazooka. Bring a bazooka and just when you lure him out of the water from a sexy woman up on the ship. Oh, she's beautiful. Anyways, then you blow him away. But anyways, yeah, I don't know. I think 10 out of 10. I think the Invisible Man is winning most of the time. That's just me. Um, let's see. The creature killed the guys in the tent right off the top, so land is not too tough for him. No, Kathy. Yeah, good points. Good points. Creature couldn't find him. Invisible Man would just go fishing. Little Boozy Bert said he was insane. Yeah, but not at the start. Boozy Bert. It's the insanity slowly creeped up on him. I still think right off the bat, I think so. I'm going with Paul's theory, the creature for me. Oh, Ryan, come on. Okay, let's see. Oh, 29 votes. 71% say the Invisible Man. 29% say creature from the Black Lagoon. 32 votes. Okay. Okay. I'm glad I'm getting so many votes. 33 votes. Yeah, I think we can end this one. I'm going to end this at 33 votes. It looks like it's blown away. The Invisible Man wins. As much as I love the creature from the Black Lagoon, if you put him up against the Invisible Man, I think there's a way 8 out of 10 times that the Invisible Man, as long as he wasn't insane and it was the beginning of his invisibility career, I think he would definitely take care of the creature. Listen, if the Invisible Man even got caught off guard, like Paul said, through smell or sense, he sensed where he was, but they never really stated that fact. What we know of amphibians and reptiles, we do know that they use their tongue mostly for senses and, gills for echo and all that stuff. Senses, smell. I don't even know if fish have a real sense of smell. Anyways, I think that's done. Let's move on. Invisible Man wins. There we go. Sweet Indigo. Thank you for all the super chats lately. $4. A Lemon character offering a gift to baby Lemon. Thank you, Sweet Indigo. Thank you. Again, for all Patreon members, channel members, movie night tomorrow night, we are going to sit and watch Omega Man, a classic with Charlton Heston. Such a good movie. And the link will be posted. It's posted now on Patreon and the channel. But I'll repaste it tomorrow anyways, just so you guys know. Funny debate, says Mandy. Funny debate. Yeah, it was kind of a funny debate. Horror fanboy. Invisible Man could pilot a submersible. Yeah. Horror fanboy. Exactly. Good point. Thank you, Sweet Indigo. Why would he be in the water? As associated with Cloud Rains, the Invisible Man, blooming bicycle. Invisible Man wouldn't go into the water. Yeah, he would get a submersible like Horror Fanboy. Oh, hey. Oh God, the name's eluding me because you haven't been around for a little bit. Oh, Pin. You're going to have to tell me the name again. The Invisible Man is associated with Claude Rains and Vincent Price. He wins hands down. There you go. Okay, let's move on. Let's see what we're going to pick. You guys still keep on going on. Holy heck. I missed a whole lot of chat, though. Reptiles and amphibians can sense heat with their Jacob's gland, but I don't know about fish. That's I'm trying to just think of the senses. Have never seen a fish with a nose, Dino. Dave. There's blind fish in the caves of some waters that can't see, but they've got eyeballs. Listen, it's glaucoma over, kind of, but no, I know there's nose. Listen, I got a whole mess of fish, but there's whiskers on the. I gotta take a closer look. Anyways, let's see the glove. Dave, the soft spot for the creature, though. I know. Yes, listen, the creature from the Black Lagoon is one of my favorites. He really is, and the movies. I love that first movie, The Creature from the Black Lagoon. But we're putting him up against battles. So okay, let's do another one. It is almost the top of the hour, so I should get together. Is that, let's see, I think we did the main big monsters. We did Wolfman Creature, Visible Man, Phantom of the Opera. Okay, so let's dwindle it down. We're going to go for the next one. We're going to put up a couple of, I think I know where this is going anyways, but let's go Dracula. Let's go Dracula versus Dracula versus the Mummy. I'm putting this in an order that anybody could come out on top. Let's do Dracula versus the Mummy. And again, Dracula, his strengths are hypnosis, super strength, immortality. His weaknesses are sunlight, garlic, holy items, steaks. Whereas the Mummy, strengths are curses, regeneration, sand control. Weaknesses are fire, magical spells, and decaying. Oh, let's see. Let's see. I thought I marked some stuff down here. Let me see real quick. Did I get a battle down for them? I didn't. Okay, so we're going to have to figure this one out. This might be a tough one. Let me see what you guys have to say. The Mummy's weakness is being set on fire. Could Dracula get a hold of fire? Yes. Could Dracula, with his mind control, could he take over the Mummy? Here, let me see. What's Paul Ham say? Close to draw, but the Mummy has the advantage over Dracula due to being able to survive daylight and his mystic powers. I was thinking of that, Paul Ham. I was thinking, the Mummy could come up with a curse for Dracula. Oh, again, the daylight thing, I don't. We're throwing out the daylight. It's dark because Dracula's got to be at full strength. Anybody could creep up on Dracula when he's in his coffin, right? So technically, Dracula would lose every time in his coffin, unless booby trapped. But in Dracula lore, I've never heard of an instance where he's booby trapped. So it's at night. He's got full strength, full power. Does the Mummy still overtake him? Would he be able to put a curse on Dracula with the abilities that Dracula has? Of course, immortality. It is hard to kill a vampire. Stake through the heart. Even in some lores, chopping off the neck isn't really going to work. But hypnosis. Could he hypnotize the Mummy? And make him do his bidding? How smart is the Mummy? Yeah. The Mummy. One of the Mummy's weaknesses is magical spells. So Dracula, where they're not magical spells, but they are, hypnosis is kind of that in a way. So listen, I might have to say Dracula. Because Dracula has so many different things he could do. He could turn to bat form. He could turn to mist. He could move about as, taking the mind control and easily find fire and put the Mummy up. Here we go. Full strength Mummy, full strength Dracula. Dracula immediately turns into a bat, finds some fire. Uses the hypnosis, finds some fire, burns the Mummy. Listen, I think Dracula. I think Dracula all the way. Dracula versus Damien Omen, Missy D. The Mummy would. Let's see. The Mummy would be susceptible to Dracula's power over the undead. That's true. Um, Dracula and the Mummy would argue whose childhood was rougher. Let's see. The Mummy's weakness is his temper. Yeah. Well, and again, I think Dracula could, through his hypnosis, I think he can overtake the Mummy. The Mummy can't ward off. His weakness is magical spells. So I think Dracula. And hell, even with the fire, if Dracula had his minions around him too, they could do the bidding. The Mummy can't, he throwing curses here, there, curse there, curse there. Yeah. So I think it's Dracula, but that's me. Let's see. I'll keep going through this, and then I will put the poll up. Dracula, he is intelligent. The Mummy just moves by instinct. Well, yeah. I mean, the old Mummy, and again, I don't talk about the Disney Mummy. A little bit different kind of powers. The Mummy is kind of slow, Mandy. Yeah, but Dracula versus the Kids Club. Harry Scott will be right back. He's got to go check on something. Hi, Boy Donuts, Harry. How would Dracula do with daylight savings times? He would do just fine. He doesn't go by time. He goes by if the sun arises and if the sun sets. He doesn't care about a clock. Anyways, just saying. The Mummy can walk. Let's see. The Mummy can walk like an Egyptian. Dracula can't dance, but he can fly. Oh, Ryan. Good one. Good joke. Oh, I got to stretch a little bit here. Okay, so let me put the poll up. I think this is kind of clear cut, but I could be wrong. Start voting. The poll is up. Usually Mummy comes out at night as well. Yep. Because the Mummy tries to evade, Can you curse Dracula if being a vampire is already a curse? Well, I don't think being a vampire, I know it's mentioned in films like a curse, but is it really a curse? A curse is something you put on somebody. Becoming a vampire is almost like a disease. Like, you're bitten by a vampire, you get that poison in your vein, you become a vampire yourself. A curse is associated with a spell or some kind of magic. Listen, we don't know how vampires were created, but yeah. So I'm not sure. But listen, Jen Jean, I like it. Thinking, wish the Mummy. Dracula would win in a fashion contest. Oh boy, wish the Mummy, but Dracula is stronger, says Mandy. There you go. But Dracula doesn't need to breathe. Well, that's true, but I'm not sure, Laura, what that has to do with it. I mean, coffin versus sarcophagus, 100% sarcophagus. Well, listen, I'm being burnt, so I'm going to go in a very elaborate urn and passed on to my kids. It began as a curse, says Nalita. Well, the Mummy began with a curse through ancient Egypt. Frankenstein. Yeah, I got to reread Bram Stoker's again and see what their interpretation of that is. But no, I got you. You're probably right, Nalita. Okay. Listen, I by far am I Mr. Know-It-All. Let's see. Yes, the Mummy's powers are great enough to beat Dracula. The Mummy's own powers of hypnosis control would keep him safe from Dracula. The Mummy's own powers of hypnosis. Does the Mummy have power of hypnosis? I know he has power of curse. Yeah, okay. Okay, let's see. Let me see what's going on here. Oh my God, it's a blowout. Okay, it's a blowout. It's a blowout. Boogie, woogie, woogie. So Dracula is gonna win this big time. Okay, so that was Dracula versus the Mummy. So the Mummy is gone. Ooh, we're almost getting there, you guys. I'm going to end the poll. Thank you for voting. 35 votes. 35 votes. 77% say Dracula. 22% say the Mummy. And you know what? I agree. I think 8 out of 10 times, I think Dracula is going to overtake the Mummy. That's just my opinion. Let's see. I'm sorry, anyone who sleeps 10 to 12 hours definitely has some weaknesses. Oh my God. Or it builds up their power, the glove cleaner. Huh? What if the Mummy just fought? You guys are still going on. What if the Mummy just fought the creature in the water? Okay. Are you even getting what we're doing? Akujin skulls. Akujin skulls. I think I'm saying that. Okay, lots of stuff. Thank you guys, man. The chat is going good. I love it. But we are going to move on. I think you guys are doing awesome here in the chat. So the read back, to come back to this, seeing you guys' interaction is what really makes the stream and makes it awesome. So with that said, you guys know what we have to go up against next. It's going to be the Mummy versus the the Mummy versus the Wolfman. It's going to be not the Mummy. What am I talking about? It's going to be Wolfman versus the Invisible Man. Wolfman versus the Invisible Man. And that winner is going to go up against Dracula to claim the winning spot. Man, I really wanted to do Godzilla and King Kong at the end too. I could always save that for next week, but let's see if we can get to it. It seems like a fair fight, not for cats. How about Dino versus the Phantom of the Opera? I know a lot about the Phantom, but could I win? Okay, anyways, hold on. This is about something else. Here we go, you guys. Start a poll. So now we are going to do Wolfman versus the Invisible Man. Okay. Yeah, I mean, okay. The Wolfman versus the Invisible Man. This is my play for the Invisible Man. I think as long as he's not insane, I think invisibility can pretty much win out on most of all of these monsters and creatures. But okay, the Wolfman again. Let's go over this really quick. Enhanced senses. So I think the Wolfman could smell the Invisible Man and sense him, but the Invisible Man also has a high intellect and could get away through that intelligent intellect, that very keen intellect that he has at the beginning. I'm not talking the insane Invisible Man. So the werewolf, super strength, agility, enhanced senses, that's on his side. But his weakness is silver, lack of control during the Foon move. So even though the Wolfman has enhanced senses, he's somewhat crazy and crazed during the full moon. His lust for and hunger for killing, whereas the Invisible Man, he's calm and capable at the beginning, and I think he could put one over on him. I think even if the Wolfman sensed him, he could get away. But anyways, let me see what you guys are saying. Let me get over here. Unfortunately, the Invisible Man. Let's see. Paul Ham. The Wolfman, he can definitely sense or see the Invisible Man with his animal senses, and his strength is more than a match for invisibility. Again, I think so much of that power, invisibility, that you're right to a point, Paul Ham. I think that would happen. Is this kind of a 50-50 thing for me? It might be a 50-50 thing because I get what you're saying. The Wolfman, he has senses, power, but if you have intelligent intellect and you're invisible, I think there's not a whole lot you can't figure out, even with a creature with the senses and the strength of the Wolfman. You can find out he's crazy. You could, even if he senses you, that invisible man, hey, let's throw something off to the right. You catch him off guard real quick. How about the invisible man just comes with a pistol and a silver bullet? How about he just comes with a silver cane, silver knife, whatever? You know what I mean? If he's ready, I don't care if the Wolfman's coming at him at all and looking for I know exactly where you are. I sense you. The invisible man, silver. The agility. He somewhat runs back and forth. He can be quick. A jaunt to the side, a jab with a silver. Anyways, let's see. What else are you guys saying here? Sense of smell is a win here. Well, nope, I don't believe so. I think the Wolfman could hear him walking and breathing, but again, invisibility. I don't know. Let's see. Duck's joking around, as always. I love it, Duck. Love the jokes. AJ Starhiker, what's going on, AJ? Wolfman can track and find Invisible Man by scent, but the Invisible Man wouldn't be hiding because he would be ready and prepared because he's invisible and he has a silver dagger. He has a pistol with a silver bullet in it. If you take those away, if you take the silver dagger, bullet, knife, whatever, if you take those away, how else can he kill the Wolfman? If he knew the battle was ahead, he could set up a trap. Listen, the Wolfman could get caught in a wolf trap. Okay? He could set those up around him where he's standing. Come on. I know you smell me. I know you sense me coming. So, again, I think 8 out of 10. No, I think 6 out of 10. I'll say that. 6 out of 10 times, slightly over 50%. I think the Invisible Man comes out on top. I'm sorry, I'm going with it. That's me, man. The Wolfman is too fast for him, but the Invisible Man don't need to run, Paul. That's my point. He don't need to run. He will be prepared. I think just lunges and being invisible and just jab, eventually he's going to fall. But anyways, I don't know. This is your guys's time to shine and tell me what you think. That's true with smell. He'd have to get downwind. Okay, this matchup, let's see, has all kinds of existential possibilities. It does, the glove cleaner. It does. Lots of different scenarios. If not insane, then Invisible Man has my vote. He just has to set the Wolfman up to fall into a classic trap because Wolfman's ain't known for high intelligence. They're woofing at. Yeah, exactly, Wolfman. Again, and yes, not insane Invisible Man, because insane Invisible Man would die every time. I mean, let's see. Laura says Invisible Man insanity can make them crazy. Like, yeah, well, we're not talking insanity. He doesn't have that in this. Once he gets his hands on Invisible Man, Wolfman could tear him up. But he's invisible. He's smart. Okay, anyways, let me see. Oh, let's put the poll up. I'm sorry, you guys. There you go. Go ahead and vote. We've argued enough about it. Go ahead, or debated. So now vote. Who do you think? Who sounds the best? Let's see what Dave Plouffe says here. Invisible Man may not have any silver, no attributes like the sharp claw. Wolfman corners him and he is done for. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Let me think if he doesn't have anything silver on him. Again, how about a trap? How about a trap? Trapping him, luring him to him. Again, with invisibility comes, and his intellect, he could rig all sorts of things up to when the Wolfman comes to him, gets caught in a trap. he gets pulled up by a rope as the Wolfman comes to him by a some kind of mechanism and swings out of the way. There's just, if I was invisible, I would do that. Oh, I'm going to fight him. Okay, I know how strong he is, how much he can smell me and sense me, but I'm invisible. He can't see me. So I'm going to set and rig this place up so much with traps. That's if I don't have a silver dagger or a silver bullet of any kind. But anyways, this one has me really, pumped up because I do believe, man, the Invisible Man. I think the only way the Invisible Man would win is if he was covered in silver. No, it doesn't need to be covered in silver. He's invisible, people. I don't think people understand how big of a deal invisibility is. Do you guys? Mill Maple Tree, what is going on? Good to see you. Ask how you are feeling. Thank you, Mill Maple Tree. I'm sick as a dog, but I'm here anyways. How about I woke up with a sore throat, body aches. I'm pushing through it. No, let's go. Bologna sandwich. Ooh, wow. Okay. Power of reasoning. Yes. Invisible Man doesn't have the hunting skills to surprise him. The Invisible Man. Okay, I'm done. I've said the Invisible Man too much. AJ Star Hiker, thank you very much for the gifted membership. Which went to Jimmy D. And it looks like Horror Junkie just gifted a membership to Boo Spanier, Cassiopeia. Thank you, Horror Junkie and AJ. Thank you very much. Listen, this is exactly like I thought it would be. The Wolfman is in the lead by 52%. The Invisible Man by 48%. It's almost 50-50. So I couldn't sway some of you guys at all. I mean, listen, I'm somewhat 50-50 on this. I'm slightly over though. 60% for me. 60% of the time, I think the Invisible Man would win because invisibility is such a powerful strength and intellect. To be able to use those two things together, I don't get it. But no. Okay, so are we done at 31? Thank you again, AJ and Horror Junkie. Thank you guys so much. And the people that super chatted, Sweet Indigo, and oh my god, I forget. I think it's done. So the Wolfman is gonna win. Okay. Let's end it. Ending poll. And the Wolfman is going up against Dracula. The Wolfman. So the final battle is Wolfman versus Dracula. Okay. Little Blizzard Bird, I do prefer silver to gold. Bubba, what is going on? Good to see you, Bubba. Good to see you, Bubba. Okay. Oh my God, you guys are chanting it up like crazy today. Yeah, man, my throat. Been drinking a lot of honey water, warm honey water. I never knew that you can't boil honey water. You can't put it in anything over 104 degrees. It becomes like toxic. It's not good for your system. Honey. This is what look it up. I didn't even know, but warm honey in warm water is very good, and I've been doing that, and it tastes so good. Oh my God. But anyways, thank you, Mandy. Yeah, I feel like crap, but I still go on with the show. I never stop. Unless, listen, if I'm laid out and there's nothing I can do, man. But I think the Invisible Man killed more people than all the other Universal monsters combined. I think you are right, Bubba. Yes, I do think you are right. Okay, hold on. Don't tell me Dracula already. You guys are already putting up your... Okay, so the last and final battle is Dracula versus the Wolfman. Dracula versus the Wolfman. Again, you guys are awesome, man. You guys got great points. I love everything you guys are saying. And just because I think something doesn't mean it's true. I just love invisibility, and I think all the attributes you can do with that. I thought Invisible Man could win this all. But now we're down to Dracula and the Wolfman. And before I get to that, the Glove Cleaner, thank you very much. $5 super chat. Great fun and great company. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. I wish you guys knew how much I appreciated that so very much, so very much. It helps to support the channel in every way possible, especially everything. Thumbs up, 76 thumbs up. Thank you guys. Thumbs up, comments, joining the channel, joining the Patreon for movie nights tomorrow night, Omega Man. If any of you guys are interested and love the Omega Man or movie nights, we all get together on a platform and we watch, and it's easy. And we watch, I give the link, everybody jumps in. We watch a movie. Tomorrow night will be Omega Man. Every Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah, so there you go. And others too. So thank you, the Glove Cleaner. Now, Dracula versus the Wolfman. We all know Dracula, his strengths: hypnosis, super strength, immortality. The Wolfman, enhanced senses, super strength, agility. Dracula's weaknesses: sunlight, garlic. Sunlight, I think he's got nothing to worry about there because Wolfman, full moon, nighttime. Garlic, holy items, and stakes. The Wolfman, silver, lack of control during the full moon. So let's go. Let's see what you guys think. As much as I like Wolfman, I think Dracula would win. He can mesmerize humans and control wolves. Double whammies versus Wolfman. See, I think Dracula would have had a harder time with, the Invisible Man. But yeah, I think the Wolfman, I think Dracula could mesmerize him with his hypnosis and his, you are under my spell. I pull the strings. So I think so. But there are some hypotheses, some theories out there that the Wolfman, being so crazed and animalistic that Dracula can't use those powers on the Wolfman. But that's up to you to decide and think and figure out. I have come across that 50-50. So there are 50% of people who say that, and there's 52% of people who say no. Dracula can still consume the weakened mind because he is half man, half wolf man. So anyways, okay, so Little Boozy Bert says silver is so pure, sleek, not ostentatious, and represents the moon. Silver is gorgeous and healing. I feel like gold. Oh, you're talking. Okay, still going on about the gold. Silver and gold. Surprised my vote. The honey water does wonders. If Wolfman Dracula runs away from the... Okay, hold on. Let's see. It's Wolfman. Dracula runs away from the Wolfman in a couple of the movies. Well, he runs away like this. But I don't think he runs away because he's scared. I just, I don't know. Thank you, Edward. Appreciate it. Great show tonight. Thank you. I think the Wolfman would definitely give Dracula a good fight, says Nalita. What is the over-under on this one? I don't know. I'm trying not to say nothing. I'm letting you guys say as much as you can at the moment. I have loved this. Thank you, Nalita. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for all being here. And this is awesome. I can't wait till Saturday night now to do the sci-fi version of this. Alien versus the Predator versus the other. Wolfman howls. Dracula uses Children of the Night. What music they make. Okay, so no real importance there, though, Little Boozy Bird. Okay, Paul Ham. Let's see. What was... Dracula couldn't control the Wolfman in Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein. He had no power over him. In fact, he fled from him. Yeah, and others said he fled from him too. But so that would point to him not having any control over his mind, maybe because of the half Wolf, the animalistic mind that he has. He couldn't hypnotize him. So, but Dracula's strong too. Dracula can fly. He can turn into a bat, thus evading the Wolfman. He could land on his back. He could turn into a bat, land on his back, bite him. Oh, can you imagine that? A vampire werewolf hybrid. But I think Dracula, through turning into mist, a bat, I think he could get himself a hold of something, whether it's fire or, gasoline, the match. Or, I don't know. I listen. I think Dracula could. I think he beats the Wolfman. Dracula can fly, can turn into mist, can, do things. I think it's Dracula. But anyways, let's see. Dracula has his powers, senses, and conscious intellect. WTF says, got to go with Dracula, smarter and superior defenses. Trap him and sell the Wolfman to a carnival where he will eventually join a traveling sideshow and tour the Midwest. Oh, I like it. Listen, I'm working on a Universal series of fan stories that I want to will soon be going up, where Dracula and the Wolfman do battle, and the storyline. So that's coming too. So, and I have been sick, but I will be getting out another Astroville and some other stuff. So yeah. Let's see, major tie. Okay, let me put the poll up there. It is 9:26. Okay, so Dracula or the Wolfman, go ahead and vote. The poll is up there now. Who will be the winner of tonight? Will it be Dracula or will it be the Wolfman? Would Ozzy be singing? Yeah, Stephanie, major tie. Change into a bat drives him mad. How strong is Dracula? Can he rip someone apart? Oh yeah, Dracula is very, very powerful. As strong as the Wolfman. In the Universal monster films, Wolfman seems to be stronger, although I think that's a tie too. I think strength is a tie too. I think. I don't know. I love both characters, but I am going with the Wolfman, says Nalita. He can throw a boat over a fence. Wolfman is savage. This was this was settled in a couple of the movies. Dracula is scared of the Wolfman. I know, Bubba. But I mean, I still think, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it's a good point. It's a good point. It's vampire versus werewolf. Who wins? And then no Twilight stuff. Please. Let's see. What's the vote at? Dracula's at 71%. 29% Wolfman. Okay. A lot of people saying Dracula. 24 votes. We should have 10 more votes out there. Vote if you haven't already, you guys. Come on. Drac just don't got time for Wolfman's nonsense. I believe that. Dracula is king of the monsters. Yes. John Wells, what's going on? Original Frankenstein 1931. What? This is Battle of the Monsters, and we went through Frankenstein, Bride. We went through them all. Let's see. Paul Hamm, he didn't evade him as a bat in the movies. No, you don't necessarily have to 100% go with the movies, but the movies are a good pointer towards what they can all do. So, but yeah, no, listen, good point. I think it could, from the arguments I'm hearing here and stuff like that, it could go either way. But I think people are picking their favorites. Yeah, we're stuck at 25 votes. That's it. Okay, I think it's a blowout anyways. I'm ending the poll at 25 votes. I'm sorry, y'all. I never liked Wolfman. I love Okay, Lon Chaney and his son. I feel like woman in the 24 style reboot. Sorry about Dracula. Dracula wins. Dracula is the king of Universal Horror Monsters for tonight. I think overall, most battles that I've seen, Dracula comes out on top in most of them. There has been a couple battles I've seen where the Invisible Man has come out on top. But yes, I think overall, I think you guys were spot on, and I can't say enough about how much information you guys gave, and this is exactly what I wanted. I wanted you guys to be part of this and to debate somewhat on the powers, and I thank you guys for making this the stream that it was, because I'm sitting here sick and it is Western night, so I know it's going to be a slow night on the channel, but you can always go back and listen to 4 years of 12-hour streams. There is a ton of stuff to listen to. Please pick your own one and watch the chat replay. You can hit the chat replay so you can still see what everybody was chatting about during that stream, which is always fun. I love going back a year, 2 years, and seeing all the people that were around and talking with each other. It's just, I may be nutty, but I like that. I like the Late Late Horror Show family, seeing what they're doing. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button, please. You guys were all awesome, and I think you guys were right spot on. Saturday night, we're doing the same exact thing for sci-fi. I didn't get to King Kong or Godzilla tonight, so I don't know if I'm going to save that for down the road or if we get through the sci-fi one next week quick enough. But I did say what the sci-fi, like what creatures we will be talking about: the xenomorph from Alien, Predator, The Thing, Terminator, HAL 9000 from 2001: A Space Odyssey, the tripods from War of the Worlds, Godzilla, sci-fi version, Sentinels, The Matrix. I'm going to have to rethink Godzilla. Gort, The Day the Earth Stood Still, and the Borg, Star Trek. I might have to take Godzilla out of there. I might have to save Godzilla for another stream, because he needs to go up against maybe some dinosaurs and King Kong. I think Godzilla against a lot of these, he's too big. So yeah, forget Godzilla. Godzilla's out next week. That's all I'm saying. Godzilla is just too much. Fun night. Again, thanks all. Thanks, Jen Jean. We all love you, Dino, and well done tonight. Thank you, Edward Stewart. Open the pod bay doors, Hal. Yeah, Dave. Think about that, you guys. We're going to have Hal going up against some of these other sci-fi creatures. How is that going to work out? Because Hal from 2001: Space Odyssey is, the intelligence behind that. Come on. Godzilla is in another class altogether. I know. That's why, I don't even know why I threw it in there. That needs to be a separate thing. We'll do something dealing with a lot of the space sci-fi creatures from the 60s. That'll be separate. Okay. Anyways, getting tired. Join us on Sunday for Scooby-Doo. Yes, me and Dave Plouffe. Sunday night, Scooby-Doo. Good weekend coming up. So is it real or is it fake? Me and Dave will be talking back and forth. Going, zoink, Scoob. Is this real or fake? It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Godzilla vs. Gamera. There you go. We're going to do a lot of different creatures. It's going to be fun. Thank you, Nalita. Thank each and every one of you guys. You know me, I go on, I never stop. So with that said, as always, thank you for everybody who gifted the memberships and the super chats. Much love to each and every one of you. Everybody who's here, thank you for giving a thumbs up tonight. Think about joining the channel. It's right. It's in the description. Patreon. Please, thank you for support for the channel. And yeah, movie night tomorrow night. I will have a